Hi, my name is John from Dublin Diagnostics. I've been doing pre-purchase car inspections since 1981, and during this time I've done thousands and thousands of cars. I've been asked about what's a good make of car to buy, or this advice I could give you, but nobody likes it anyway, so I'm not going to give it to you that way. Today I want to talk to you about buying an Insignia. Now, what can I tell you about Insignias? Well, I can tell you that more Insignias that I look at, I fail than I pass. And bearing in mind that these cars didn't come out until 2009, that's a very, very high failure rate. Now, what can I say good about Insignias? Well, they're extremely economic. They're very good on fuel. They're very powerful. They don't drive very well. They don't really compare to any other car in the same class, but they're very, very popular. Now, the faults that I find in them, the biggest fault that I find in them is the clutch. Now, these clutches cost a fortune. €850 is the cheapest you can buy one of those clutches for. Plus you're going to have to pay to get it fitted on top. The same clutch from the main dealer is $1,150. So most of the Insignias I look at have faulty clutches. But that's not the biggest problem you face with an Insignia. The biggest problem you face with the Insignia, particularly in the diesel engine, is the diesel engine itself. A lot of these Insignias I fail on the engines. Basically the engine is an old Fiat engine. It's the old Fiat 1.9 engine. Now, not many people will buy a Fiat. In fact, they only have 5% of the Irish market. And one of the reasons for this is the failure of those diesel engines. They weren't a good diesel engine when it was a Fiat 1.9, and as an Opel or a Vauxhall 2-litre engine, it's worse. So if you're going to buy an Insignia, you really need to check that engine out thoroughly. And there's only one way to do that, and that is start it from cold. Look at the oil light on the dashboard, and that oil light has to go out instantly. If it stays on for a second or two, just walk away from the car and don't buy it. The problem is with those engines, they lose oil pressure and then they just expire. Now, most engines can be repaired, but that particular engine is so bad it's not repairable. So you would need a new engine, and that would cost a fortune. So that's the next biggest problem with the car. On top of that, you have all kinds of other problems with those Opel Insignias. You have faulty handbrakes, faulty suspension, faulty steering, and this is all on relatively low mileage cars. 120,000 miles on an Insignia, and it's kind of scrap. So you've been told. So I'm not saying an Insignia is a bad car, but you judge it for yourself. Thank you for watching.